Hi, I'm Howard, thanks for watching, and this is the ultimate guide to gear changes. So let's get started. First we need to familiarise ourselves with the gear stick. So on the left we have gears 1 and 2, down the middle 3 and 4, and to the right 5 and 6. Okay, so let's cover how to change gears. For this, the best way is to use the palming method. So for gears 1 and 2, my palm will face away from me. For gears 3 and 4, I'll have a flat palm, and for gears 5 and 6, my palm will face me. Let me demonstrate the palming method while stationary. So for gears 1 and 2, palm away from me, then for 3 and 4, flat palm, and then for 5 and 6, palm towards me. And notice how the odd numbers are to the front of the gear stick and the even numbers are to the back. So if you learn this layout and remember the palming method, you won't need to look down at the gear stick, keeping your eyes on the road for each gear change. So let's get some practice out on the road, but before we start the engine, best practice, always check handbrake neutral so the car doesn't jump forward when you start. Let's talk you through what you need to do for each gear change. So we'll start with changing up the gears. So what I'm going to be doing is just talk you through the methods to this. So I'll be accelerating, then I come off the gas, clutch down, change the gear, then bring the clutch back up. So I'll repeat that for each gear change. So I'll be on the gas, then I'll be off the gas, clutch will go down, select the gear, clutch back up, and then back onto the gas. Okay, so let's talk you through the process for downshifting, changing down the gears, but this time I'll be braking, clutch down, change to a lower gear, then bring the clutch back up while still braking. Let's just look at the last two clips again for when I was changing up the gears. You'll notice here I'm in second gear, going up to third gear, increasing my speed, and then taking fourth gear. So I'm going through each gear sequentially in order. So now up to fifth gear, and then finally I'll go up to sixth gear. So going through the gearbox up every gear to increase speed. So let's show you the same technique coming down the gears. So sequential gears, I went from 6th to 5th, now down to 4th, then into 3rd whilst braking. And look how busy I am with that clutch. I'm going down every single gear through the gearbox as I'm braking, as I'm slowing down. And of course, while I'm changing down those gears, look at my hands. I'm off the steering wheel quite a lot for each gear change. So is it necessary to do all this gear changing? Well, the answer to that is no. There's a much better, more efficient, safer way. A much better method is selective gears. It's safer as you spend more time holding the steering wheel with both hands. It's easier as you do fewer gear changes, and it's more eco-friendly and reduces wear and tear on expensive gearboxes and clutches. Often referred to as block changes as you miss gears out. A good way to think of it is brakes to slow, gears to go. So let's take a look at selective gear changes in action. Here we're going to be downshifting. So currently we're in 6th gear and we're approaching a bend. So we're slowing down using the brakes, get to the correct speed, and then we're going to downshift from 6th to 3rd, clutch up, and then accelerate through the bend. And we've done that in just one gear change. How easy was that? Okay, let's show you another one. So we're currently in 6, we're going to use the brake, slow down, this time 4th gear, off the clutch, round the bend. Roundabout this time, currently in 6, slowing down, 2nd gear, clutch up, round the roundabout. Easy. So now we're going to block up the gears. So we're currently in 2nd, switch to 4th, build the speed up, and then when the speed's high enough we'll take 6, into 6, and we're cruising. Change gears when it's safe to do so. Check your mirrors and listen to the noise of the engine, and also observe the rev counter, as this will give an indication when you need to change up the gears. Select an appropriate gear before the hazard. Here I'm approaching a left-hand junction, so I'm going to slow down on the brakes, take the appropriate gear, second, clutch up off the brakes before I turn into the new road. Here I'm approaching a right-hand bend on a national speed limit road, travelling at 60 miles an hour, braking, changing down to third before the bend. So now I've got both hands on the wheel through the bend, and also the car will be more stable in the appropriate gear. Remember, always brake before the bend. So now we're going to cover changing gears in an automatic or dual clutch car. Okay, so from top to bottom, P's for park, then we got R for reverse. Now down into neutral, into D for drive, and if we switch it to the left on this car, we can manually change up or down the gears. And then one more on this car, we can go down to S, and that's for sports mode. Most automatics will show you on the dashboard what gear you're in. Here we're in gear 2. When waiting at lights, we should still put it in neutral and apply the handbrake. This will mean we're protected in case we get a rear end shunt, and it will get those bright brake lights off. When the lights change, just put it back in drive and drive on. The push button handbrakes will release themselves. Many automatics will allow you to downshift or upshift from the steering wheel. So on the left you've got the negative symbol for downshifts, and on the right the positive for shifting up the gears. So let's take a look at these gear shifts in action. So why would you want to change gear in an automatic? Well, it just gives you a little bit more flexibility. For example, here I'm going to be turning left, and this car tends to take me round junctions in third, so I'm just going to knock it down a gear before, so I'm in an appropriate gear to turn in. Or let's say you're in a 30 limit going down a long hill, and the car's currently in 5th gear. You know the speed's going to run over 30, so if you just knock it down maybe a gear or two into third, that'll hold the speed without having to brake all the way down that hill. So now we can use our gears for engine braking. Okay, that's all we've got time for today, so thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Let us know what you want us to do next, because there'll be loads more videos on the way.